on Bloodrun. Blue Run, sorry.
Blue Run, yeah.
I wonder if they'd keep these in the game for a little longer.
You know, I really wouldn't mind. The color palette's actually quite pleasing to me.
Yeah, well, we've got no campgrounds Intel anymore, so maybe Intel's going to start having a collection of their maps here in Quake Live.
Yeah, but I play Bloodrun a lot more than I play campgrounds these days.
Yeah. Well, I'm a clan arena noob, so that's what I'm doing.
Bridge for life.
But Evil right now, he's got to be sweating a little bit. I mean, he's come this far. He can. Yeah. He's trying to tell himself that he can do this. You know, he's traveled such a long way to get here, and the amount of preparation that he's put in on top of that.
He went through 2 days of just you know, in his words, playing FFA. I mean, this is why he's here.
Yeah, exactly.
This match is why he's here, and we're going to go into it, guys. Here we go.
Map number 2. It is Bloodrun Intel here between Rapha and Evil. I am on Rapha to begin with, just checking the end of the corridor to see if he can spot Evil out, and he goes, the passage is safe. He can get the lightning gun.
I was wondering if that was an intentional passive of the Mega initially, but it's kind of done him over in terms of initial positioning and definitely initial weapons. We have that first rail going over to Evil, and I imagine that first rocket as well. Yes, it's gone indeed. Meanwhile, Evil taking away just about everything else. 5 seconds to the red armor, and he might even be able to cut Rapha off here. Yeah, he doesn't need this frag. He just needs to do a little bit of damage, get out of the room, and take away that red.
Wow, Rapha actually went for that one. I was scared that Evil was going to be able to cut him off over there. That was very risky. That was Rapha making a bit of a gamble and being desperate to get himself some resources. He's listening out and say, whichever way Evil comes, he'll be running the other. He just spots him, and that's going to be his exit route.
It was definitely a good read. Evil would have had to completely ignore the Mega for a few seconds in order to chase, and yeah. It was a tight one, though. One rocket could have ruined that, but 1 minute off, and not even really a whole lot of damage so far, but the damage is currently in Evil's favor. Rapha also trailing a little bit in terms of stack, but now he's finally got a rail under his hands. No rocket launcher just yet, but a rail like that will certainly help out. We've got Evil recovering on the Mega once again, but we'll kind of keep him at distance for a moment.
Very good unreturned damage. It's just enough to knock Evil's confidence just for a moment. Force him to think about picking up other items or to fight him elsewhere. That Evil is going to get some free damage of his own, and Rapha really can't afford to take that the same way Evil can.
He's finally got himself a rocket launcher. And again, some of these quiet openings are sometimes so tense just because you realize how much it takes not to get embroiled into a fight here. Neither of these guys want to overcommit, and Rapha is waiting for lower YA. Oh, whoa. Evil up against the wall. Was he trying to sneak in and catch Rapha off guard?
Oh, sure.
Just the amount of awareness here.
He could have been going for an angle up at the top right, expecting him maybe to be closer to the shards, well, which he is at the moment. But Rapha's got some good information from all of that. He's got himself 200 armor, so it's very well played by Rapha, out of control, giving himself a good shot at trying to claim this first frag. Look at Evil being patient, and Rapha with some excellent dodge, actually.
Yeah. He's actually going to be putting a lot of pressure on Evil out of the teleporter, forcing him back up the stairs, doing a ton of damage with both LG and Rockets trying to catch him now. Evil actually collapses on down as the Mega comes up, which could be potentially a trade of Mega for red armor, but it's a trade that Rapha will, of course, be paying for, but a nice trade of damage between LG and Rail.
Rapha's actually looking fantastic at the moment. The amount of armor he's got there, 50 health levels straight after. Oof. Wow, that Rail though splits the difference. So it's going back and forth. This fight is going to be extremely close. I don't know if Rapha wants to commit this. I think he's giving respect to Evil, saying, okay, I think you've got slightly better aim, but that rail might change things. He's going to go in. He's had the lightning gun with some good damage on top of that, and he is going to get the next frag. No need to pay any respect anymore, as the American is currently in the lead.
I say that with such disdain. But we've got Rapha up 1 frag, 3 minutes knocked off the clock, and of course the shackles have come off a little bit, but Rapha needs to kind of recenter himself here a little. Can easily realize that, hey, 1 frag is still just 1 frag. And Evil taking that rail off of him out of the teleporter. Fantastic shot. Great timing on that red armor, knowing that Evil will still be in the plasma room, and he has plenty of time to grab that red armor for free. The drop down to this YA might be a little bit more risky, but he's actually having to listen for where Evil is now.
Yeah, Evil's extremely weak at the moment. If Rapha's able to cut him off somewhere, then there should be a frag that he's capable of getting, but the rocket damage from Evil is amazing. He's got a rail after. It's Evil. I can't believe he did that to Rapha. He thought that was going to be an easy pick.
I was about to say, I wonder how much stack Rapha's going to sacrifice to make that frag happen. Apparently all of it. tying them back up one-on-one.
I would have condoned that, but I guess there was just a tough angle going into that room. You know, Evil hiding behind the little sort of staircase banister.
And now you can start to see why some of these guys today have been playing such a strong plus back game. They know what happens when they actually collide. All right, so Evil looking cautious, but Rapha really laid on that aggression on the red armor pickup. Still does a decent amount of damage, but Evil was able to trade it back in spades.
160 health, 160 armor. Rapha, you're going to have to be extremely careful to avoid this guy.
Evil's staying on the top of the map a little bit quietly. Rapha's being a little bit noisy himself. And Evil might be looking for him off the staircase. No, Rapha's still being silent down there, but that still means that Evil can take away that red armor without a whole lot of trouble.
He's just trying to get some information, though, somewhere. Yeah. So what exactly is he going to be up to? He'll be waiting a long time for this. I mean, the Mega's going to be spawning in a second. Not entirely sure why Evil would give that one up for free, and I think he's realized a little too late. I mean, that's got to be a mistake. I can't see any reason why you would.
Yeah, he's looking at that Mega once again. A little bit of deja vu from our last map here, but red armor's going to be up, and this time he knows that Rapha has got to be lurking. He's there again, but he's maybe a little bit too late again. They just trade rails. Ooh, nice dodge of those grenades as Evil rains the rockets down, even chasing through the teleporter and nailing a rail on the exit. This is going to put Rapha on the back leg for certain.
Rapha still finding resources around to keep himself alive somehow. I think that was a top yellow that Rapha was just able to pick up.
Evil going, oh, hi, Mega.
Now I know where you are.
Yeah.
Or when you are, even. Oh, I thought that
I would have.
was going to take him down.
That was going to be a table flipper.
And Rapha's got to be a bit careful. I don't think he should enter a fight straight away with the health that he's got. He doesn't need to take a gamble.
But Evil's actually letting the pressure off quite a bit here. He knows he can convert pretty easily from the red armor to the Mega. He's taking the other direction for it, though, anticipating a move from Rapha to show up here. In fact, it's Rapha who just took the normal route, and Evil really could have punished Rapha if Evil had the same thought.
Just as you think there's no more angle and the player's just about to go out of visibility, Evil just finds the last pixel and is able to do some pretty devastating extra damage. Rapha is still just about over 100, probably about 150 armor now.
Yeah, the damage in that last fight still left things pretty even-handed. The ball hasn't moved that much yet, but there's that grenade, a little bit of a sonar grenade to tell Evil where Rapha is. And a lot of follow-up damage from Evil, actually.
Second, is he going to jump over the top? I'm not sure about that just yet.
3 minutes away from the end of Bloodrun, and we're looking at a score similar to Lost World.
This is extremely tight, though, just like we were seeing on Lost World.
Evil making a little bit of noise.
It's exactly the same kind of setup on every level, really.
Yeah.
The same kind of thoughts going through their heads. It's complete deja vu. Evil misses the entry, and I think Rapha rocket jumped away.
That's okay, actually. Evil doesn't really give up anything more than just an ambush position on Rapha right now. He's still got priority on these items.
It just pushes him out there. He wants to be the boss of the map right now. Red gonna be up.
Take the red.
I don't think Rapha will go for it.
No.
He shouldn't.
Evil was really hoping he would, though. In fact, Rapha's still gonna show up with the
what?
Grenade. Oh!
That's crushing, actually. If I'm seeing that he's done that much damage, Rapha trying to leg it away at the moment. He's got 225, so now he is so vulnerable. Maybe just darting off to the right would have been better. Evil takes the lead. The amount of damage, though, that Rapha was able to pull off is staggering.
Evil's got to be looking both ways, eyes darting back and forth as he knows he's so weak. Rapha knows it too. He can take away this Mega. Evil's down to 10 health. He's on the run up the jump pad. Rapha has to break off, but can he catch him before Evil stacks back up, or does he have to let this go?
I think there's a massive sigh of relief for Evil when he saw that Rapha wasn't trying to cut him off at the 50. And one rail, 11 health left for Evil. Is he going to really try and hold this position? He has got guts, this guy, and he's going to hit the next shot. Amazing, Evil. Oh, he misses it. This could be costly, though, if Rapha comes up quickly.
He's not going to know it.
It's safe.
Rapha has no info on that.
I don't think he would. Yeah, absolutely right. He wouldn't have seen.
Evil was one ball away from death, blue or otherwise. Rapha's plasma almost did him in. But now we have our final minutes, and Evil looks like he's in victory lap mode now, but still, it's only 2 frags. I mean, we fought so hard over 1 frag in this map. But if Evil goes on tilt, it could turn around very quickly.
Oh my god, that's not a rail that Rapha would have wanted to take.
No kidding.
And he's going to find another. Evil is just, his game sense on Bloodrun is so good. Rapha is going to be calling the GGs right now. Don't know if he's going to be bringing us into garbage time, but there's going to be another frag for Evil. But Rapha, he has let this one go. So Evil, he's actually going to be coming a little bit closer to having a chance to getting himself to the grand finals.
A little bit, yep.
And we will get the true tiebreaker between the two of them in just a few moments.
What an intense match, though.
Yeah.
That one grenade really opened all the doors. Everything was just teetering on this brittle edge of trickery and item timing and taking the pot shots that they know they both kind of deserve in terms of rail angles. But that grenade, nobody deserves a grenade. The grenade deems you worthy of the hit.
That's absolutely right. It's a really nice way for him to open that up. And Evil was so good at doing this sudden burst damage, which Rapha is like thinking that he's got a fairly safe position, but it's just all of a sudden,
like they're weighing,
tons of shots firing at him.
I can go into this red and I can take 2 rails and half a rocket and 3 plasmas. You know, they're kind of budgeting their damage that way to that precise level. Nobody budgets for a grenade.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was largely better red and mega control for Evil that game, but I did see that Rapha had 25 yellow armors compared to 13 for Evil. So you could tell that he was just living on those yellow armors for a large portion of that, just trying to stay alive, even during the whole 1-1 period, which was, you know, a stalemate for minutes at a time.
And with matchups like this, I almost want to see stats for 5s and shard pickups.
Yeah.
You know? Like, those end up being critical as well.
I think there's a lot of stats that exist at the moment. It depends which ones we can draw.
Actually, let's call that out. I don't know if Sponge is listening, but if we can get a stat